Hey guys, it's Cullen here. I'm going to do a quick look at Open Transport Tycoon. I've played this game for longer than 15 years. When I say this game, I've played Transport Tycoon. Originally as Transport Tycoon, then TTT patch, and then finally OpenTTD when it first released. This game is very simple in concept, but infinitely complex. Do I have any save? No, let's get out. So I've not got any saves on this installation. It's pretty standard for me to run them out. Most of the time I've been playing on laptops when I travel, so yeah. So I'm not playing with any game scripts or new graphics. Normally I play with a few, but this one is just going to be fairly basic. So no game script, no new griffs. I'm also going to do a 512 by 1024. That means the map is big enough but not too big that it's just too hard. 1950 start time, low industry, low towns. It's flat, variety none, sea level is low. Rivers are medium, very smooth. Random borders, let's generate. Okay, so we'll quickly pause this just for now. And what I want to do is find a lumber yard somewhere close to the center with about, well, it doesn't even have to be close to the center. It just has to have a good selection around it. Anything over 100 is a good one, so we'll just pin the hundreds and above. Normally people start with coal. I find that wood is better because you can. Oh, that's a good one. Now if I find something, that one there to there, that's going to be pretty good there. If you start with coal, you don't get the follow on for goods, which is where most of your money will come from, transporting goods to cities. So that, and you notice these forests, they all have really good supply, and they improve quite easily. So there we go. So I think this 152 over here, we deliver this one to this sawmill, and we'll be right. So it's a shift delete, and that gets rid of a few pinned windows. So let's unpause, because you can't build while paused. When I put my station down, it will create a company name. So do I want to be Tarring Well or Friendly? I don't mind Friendly, that's okay. So I do single stations because I don't like how it does the double, and I also do short train length. It means I have more trains, but it's very flexible. Cool. So we'll use the auto rail tool, and you want to avoid the stone as much as possible, and you also want to avoid water as much as possible. So right now I'll just do a single track. There's a good chunk of stone here. I wish I had put that one more over, but that's okay. We can I'll probably put a second thing there anyway. That was almost perfect. Let's do this. Okay. So an early start. I've not played for a few months, so it's hard to get used to things, but we'll be okay. The first train, it doesn't matter. So buy the cheapest one. We want a wood car, and you just go to 4 because it's 4 tiles long. Okay, hold control, you get fast full load, and there's our first train. So that there is going to be our first quick line. Now we probably have a couple options here. If this second one was over 100, I would definitely go for those two, but it's not. So if 80 and 120 is not bad, especially with the third one down here. Yeah, 60 is not great, but that's not bad. And it probably, the question is, which way do I want to go? Because I would probably want to make this a transport hub with that big city there, put an airport in the middle of it. Normally I play with neighbors are important, so as you transport to local cities, it improves them all, but hey, we're not doing that this time. Let's have a look. If I do come here and then sort of come up, it should be okay. I don't want to drive tracks through the middle there. It's just going to get too complicated if I want to expand. I don't like to terraform much either, so because of the expense. And going through farmland is expensive. Is it this one? No, it's this one. 160. Yes. So right now I'm just going to do a single track. I just got to watch out on that zoom. If you hold control while you're building a bridge, you'll build the last one you just built. It's nice and handy. There's a lot of, if we go through this gap here, yes, I'm going to spend a little bit extra to go across this stone. But that's what it is. Probably one more. Okay. It'd be nice if, where do I want to get to? Let's bring it up. Bring it up the coast. Like that. How are we going on money? Alright, let's have a look at the cheapest way through here. So if you hold shift when you draw something out, that's going to cost 8,000 to get over that hump. And then that's only 2,000 there. I can come up here. That's actually a pretty good way through there without destroying too much farmland. It doesn't matter if you go over 2 squares at this point. Okay, so that's not bad. As you can see, that's a pretty easy track. Now, what we do path-based signals, and you new bank, that's fine. I'll go through path-based signals in detail in a little bit once once you know they're a bit more. I get there, and I'll go through train orders a bit more in detail. But straight up, I want to get things loading. Yes, I could use some transfer orders, but right now it's one train, one thing. Okay, so path-based signals. It's actually not showing reserve signals, which Let's see if we can go into the game options here. Not that one. Settings. Thank you. What do I want? Graphics. No. Maximum zoom level. Let's go 2x. Okay. So that's something that I can change. Vehicles, routing, recommended. Yes, I don't want them to reverse at signals. Disallow train reversing in stations. This is very important for later. When there's no track, they'll turn around, I think. That's right. But when there's roll on, roll off, so if there was a loop around at the back here, they wouldn't turn around. Why is there breakdowns on? Disasters. Vehicle breakdowns should be none. They're just annoying. Number of plane crashes is fine. I like how custom you can make this game. I'm still not seeing the pass. Train acceleration needs to be realistic. So this is a new save, so I don't have I haven't set all these options up to how I like it. So unfortunately, I've wasted a little bit of time, but I'm really just waiting for money. Can't see where. Okay. I haven't seen these. Where can I see path base? Maybe. There it is. Okay. So you'll see this grayed out track. This is a reserve track. Once he gets to the signals, which, yeah, he's quite a ways away, and a train of this length, I'm going to certainly need a second station. And I've done this quite wrong. I don't remember what the bulldozer is. Anyway. So just to keep costs low for a little bit, we're just going to do this. Path-based signals at the entrance. Select this. Select the clone train and control click on the engine. What this will do, and this is actually wrong, sort of, because these signals will allow them through this block up until this signal. The problem is if there's a train on the other side here trying to come back, there's no safe place for a train here. So what I need to do, like this. And I went through this and I drive on the left, and then we want to remove this signal. Now this is a safe place for this train to park, and this is also a safe place for a train to park. Let's have two, because we know the track length is 4. The train length rather, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then you do it on the 5th tile. Right. You can also control drag, and I think, no, it should be 5. So let's bulldoze that one and that one. Nice. That works for me. There's a penalty for going opposite a reverse signal, so that's very important. Let's have a look at this station. Yes, you definitely need another train and train line. As you can see, these expand pretty quick. Cool. So what we do, come on. Now, if you drag on a signal from a signal, it will do the signal, and that's fine. If you drag on the track, I'll have to explain it in a little bit of detail in a little bit. So, first things first, let's clone this train. 31,000. So let's do that. Alright, so what we want to do is down here. It's let's just do this for now. So, say we want signals on the right hand side. So signals on the outside here, click and drag on that side. It didn't do the whole thing, so maybe if I hold control when I do that. So you want to drag in the same direction as you're going. So hold control and click and drag, and it will place them as you need them. But I like to work backwards. So on the signal, and it works backwards. No, we had found a path. There was just no bypassing area. So we'll quickly build in a bypass here because that will be cheap. And nice and quick. As you can see, I'm starting to get a pretty good build up of trains now. And our income will start to grow fairly quickly. So let's drop another station down. Let's do this. You face them backwards because you want them to be safe to drive in. Let's have a look. Got a bit of money. Okay, that's going to be a bit further than I want, but nice. And you can see, because of the path-based signals, they can pass through the block at the same time because they reserve track. If they didn't reserve track, they couldn't pass through the block. So this is actually going to work quite well. Let's adjust this slightly so it goes like that. We can delete these two sections. Great. We're also going to do that. Goodbye. And now we're... Oh no. No, that train's got in the right spot. Like that. Otherwise nothing would be able to get there. And you just see how quickly things start to expand. So, what we can do here, over there, no, I was wrong. Whoops. You go there. You go there. There we go. Okay. So you can see how quick that this becomes an iterative process. You just start upgrading things, and slowly but surely it'll. Now we see there's a nice big gap here, so we run this up here. Put a signal at the top here, signal at the bottom here, and we just quickly improve things. Always, if you can, delete that crossover track. It prevents unnecessary dead blocks. So, how's this going? You certainly need another train. So you come, click on the station, click on the train, hit clone tray, control click on the done. Let's actually have 2 trains. Because of how this is set up, this is going to be another bottleneck. So let's have a little piece here. I mean, we'll slowly expand, but like that. And I'm slowly making this into double track. These first couple of stations, we're just gonna focus on getting them pretty much as good as we can, and we can afford to go through the stone now. I'm going to do a little bit of terraforming, which they're not linked, so that's annoying. I'm going to pin this one because I always need that terraforming bar. Now if you hold control while you use the flatten tool, you can flatten on a diagonal. It's a really useful tool. There's so many good features in this game that this drag tool is a really good enhancement. So as you can see, if you do that, it will just keep things moving, because path-based signals means if trains have reserved paths, they won't interact. It's great. You just see how quickly I can push this along. I'm not sure if I'm going to make these into a series, but I think it's something different that a lot of people will get a kick out of. I certainly enjoy the gameplay of it. It's much like Factorio, where you just slowly build things up and it gets better over time. Great. My most used key in the game after the movement arrows is control, without question. So, oops. If you hold control while you're placing track, you can remove track, which is awesome. I do like the automatic edges. There's so many features that this game added. Building bridges on edges and stuff like that. Look at that. You couldn't do this in the original games. Yeah, it was all too hard. But now though, look at this. I'm quickly building up double track like you wouldn't believe. How's our station doing down here? Oh, good. You'll notice I don't really watch the news. I don't care. I'm doing my own thing. It's amazing how quick time disappears when you're playing this game. Okay, so this is a bit weird, but we can make this work. Probably not there. like that. So now we can have double track all the way there and all the way back. Now what this is a train length, so a train can park there safely. I do that so it doesn't ever block the intersection, and that's very crucial, because having trains block other trains is part of the challenge. Okay, how are we going over here? 64%, so you need another train. Like that. You always want to have a train loading. That is a huge part of this game. How much you're worth? 39%. Have I got a train returning? No, you need another train. Oh, out of cash. Basically, what I'm trying to do here, it's not how fast the trains get there. That's not important at this point. It's just getting volume there. Once you've got, it's like a conveyor belt. Once you've got trains moving, you can just buy more and more trains. So buying the cheapest ones right now, and then running down the line like a conveyor belt, definitely helps. It doesn't matter if a wood train takes 3 months to get there. It has no bearing as long as it gets there. Yes, there's small bonuses for getting there quicker, and we'll definitely expand to that. But at this part of the game, just get wagons, just full wagons to the other end of the station, and that's why short trains are better. Oh, that's now 108. So let's quickly, and the genius of this, couple station. Okay. So we have, how about there? It's kind of weird. I hate this double corner, so we're actually going to do this. I'm going to remove that because I want to utilize. Let's utilize a tunnel real quick. Probably here. So that would be there. I like tunnels. I normally use the, oh, it was in the wrong spot. That's okay. Delete that. We'll come one more out just because you want longer curves than you actually need. Like that. Beautiful. Each station gets its own now I'm not holding control when I click on this train. That holding control will share the orders. These aren't shared. So what I do, I click on this Friendly Valley, which is the destination station. I click on Go To, then I hold control. What that will do, that will add this one, this new station in the second position, and then I can just delete this top one. That's now the next target, and we press go. And we'll make 2 more of those. The beauty of path-based signals is there's a path-based signal in this depot, so it won't leave the depot until one of these trains has left, which is awesome. This one here is sitting in a nice safe spot. It's not blocking this other track. That's why I took it from back here, not down here. Oh, there's no path there. But that's, awesome. So, this has been a, half-hour look at Open Transport Tycoon. This is a getting started game, I guess. As you can see, I've moved in. What have I got? Train income, 50 odd thousand this year, 400,000 last year. Sorry, 50,000 last year, 400,000 this year. That's pretty good for, you know, the jump up. That's how I get started, and it's about to snowball. This money is gonna go through the roof because all these trains. This was at 100%, but it'll go up again. Not 100%. 100 ton. 100 ton. And so far we've. Oh, that's up to 180 tons. So guess what we're doing? We're cloning this train. As long as there's like one train in the station, it's fine. It doesn't matter if a train waits here. It's a safe place to park, and it's amazing. So let's leave this episode here, and we'll continue in the next one. So thank you for watching. Have a great day.